Am I naughty for not wanting to watch 16 Kids? I, 17F, went to my little cousin's birthday and had a nice time. She was wanting to have a sleepover with all of my younger cousins, all preteen, and like 4 of her friends. The thing is that equaled to about 16 little kids, so I wasn't planning to spend the night. Neither were my other cousins, teenagers. We were going to go back to my house and watch scary movies so Poppy could have the birthday of her dreams. But about an hour into the birthday, all of the little kids came up to me and asked if I could spend the night too. I told them no because I already had plans, but they kept on pushing. Then some of the parents asked and I told them the same thing. But then one of my cousins, Kay, Poppy's stepsister, came up to me and asked me to spend the night. I asked why. She told me because her mum and all the other parents were wanting to go and hang out at the creek. I have had some issues with her mum because I used to live with them and Poppy's parents used to dump their kids on me and run off for hours doing goodness knows what. Let's just say I moved out sooner than they wanted me to. I decided to leave because that cat was out of the bag. I said goodbye, gave everyone hugs, then left with my other cousins. No one even complained. The whole car ride my phone was blowing up, and when I got home I checked to see and it was Poppy's and Kay's mum, Kelly, sending me voice memos screaming at me. And angry texts. I ignored them and just turned off any notification from her. But then all of my aunts and uncles started to call me. I answered my uncle Chris, Poppy's dad, and he said how I bailed on the kids and now him and Kelly do not have a date night with all of our family. I asked him what he meant and he said that Kelly said I would watch the kids so everyone could have fun. I told him I never said that and he just hung up on me. I didn't even say anything about me spending the night with them. I said quite the opponent all afternoon. Chris had even asked me if I was spending the night and I told him no as well. Me and the rest of my cousins had a good night and all, but I was rudely awoken the next morning with ice-cold water on my face. It was my Aunt Dawn and Uncle Heath standing over me angry. I got up and just got changed before I was yelled at for hours by not only them but the rest of my family were coming over to yell at me as well. I didn't snap or yell or cry or giggle at the situation because it was so effing stupid. Then when I finally got a chance to talk, I told them that if they wanted me to watch their kids, each of them could have put a $10 bill in my hand for each kid and I would have done it. Because I've been taking care of their kids since I was 10 and I was not about to watch 15 kids with no help and no money because they are not even mine to take care of. I then sat back and looked at all their shocked faces and then all of them yelled at me saying that they are family and it would be stupid for me to watch them for money. I now feel bad because family means so much to me and everyone, but I don't think it was wrong of me to ask for money to watch 16 kids. I just don't know what to do. I think I'll apologize to them, but I need a second opinion. So am I naughty? My mother organized me and my boyfriend's vacation without our permission and wants us to pay her. My boyfriend and I had been planning to go to a vacation this summer for my birthday. He has been studying, so meanwhile I was in charge of looking for affordable places to stay for a few nights, maybe a week. I asked my mum to help me with the booking, since she knows a lot of affordable places. The problem takes place a few days later, where she paid for a booking for 2 nights in a 5-star hotel that cannot be cancelled, without telling me or my boyfriend about it beforehand, and expects us to repay her. We didn't even know the schedule or the name of the hotel up until she already paid for it and we wanted a cheaper place to stay more nights. The hotel is very nice, but she did not tell us a word about it. She chose for us without our permission and now we have to pay her, when we wanted to choose and pay for a place ourselves. The price is €350 and she told us she's helping us with approximately €100, but we still have to pay her €250. While I understand she wanted to have a nice detail, we are spending our money for a plan she liked and a plan she did not discuss with us, so it now feels like her vacation and not ours. Her actions don't make any sense and they seem disrespectful to my boyfriend and I. I don't understand the purpose for all of this. I will give her the benefit of the doubt and assume she lightheartedly wanted to have a nice detail, but I'm still very mad we didn't get to choose and on top of that we have to pay her. Entitled mother doesn't think I have a right to be mad about her. So when I lived with my mum about a year ago, I agreed to have the Wi-Fi bill in my name because she already owed the company money. Then she kicked me out and I moved in with my BF. Fast forward to now, we kinda moved on from it and we're on decent terms. That is until I realized she had not been paying the bill and it was now at nearly $800. It's been sent to collections. I feel really stupid because I should have closed the account when she kicked me out, but I just didn't think of it. I told her I was upset because this is going to affect my credit, which I have really been working on. She's also not working right now and I don't see how she's going to be able to afford it ever. And my grandmother told me the last time she got her tax refund she used the money on frivolous things. She doesn't care about how this affects me. When I confronted her she had a ton of excuses, but they were all just BS. I told her I was still mad and I needed space from her. Also I'm nearly 29 weeks pregnant and she's been super excited about being involved baby. Well apparently she went and told my grandmother that she's cut me out of her life for not being understanding. She never wants to speak to me or hear about the baby again. All I did was ask for space. Meanwhile my sister who still lives with her got super angry with her, disappeared for 2 weeks, posted on social media my mum beat her up, complete lie, and my mum forgave her. I'm just done. I never want to speak to her again. Ever. My dad forbids me from paying my rent. I am a girl, 21. For the past few years, my father has been paying rent, maintenance fees since he owns the house for me. I am grateful for that, but I want to be independent. I also live with a cousin who doesn't pay or do any single thing for the house even though she works and has money. I hate living with her, which is why I want to pay the entire rent, $1,400 per m, and have a place of my own. I have been paying rent for about a few months using profits from my business. When I told my dad that the money he gave me for rent was given to my mum, he went nuts. He thought it was an absolute insult and refused to let me do it. Why? I have no freaking idea. Perhaps he is used to giving me money for everything. Or perhaps he just hates seeing me being independent, out of his control. He had a long speech about why I don't need to think about money and should only focus on enjoying life. I snapped and told him my life is hell due to him and my mum always trying to control everything that I do. They don't even care if I am happy, they only care if I can help them keep a good face by being an obedient child. They don't care about my well-being. I used to beg them to let me go to therapy, which they think is a waste of money since mental illness is not real, as long as I go to a top-ranked school and get a well-respected degree. I want my freedom, so I started paying rent. I think I hurt him since he hates when kids don't appreciate their parents' sacrifices. In addition to that, he forbids me from kicking my cousin out. And he knows that she hates me and I hate her. We are enemies. Do you have a secret little subreddit that is a favorite? Share it in the comments and it could become the next big thing.